And now, your 2026 Cleveland Browns.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a win to push their record to 2-1 here in the first month of the season. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Steelers offense led by none other than Aaron Rodgers. His 22nd and what he says is his final NFL season.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They run again with Dowdle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Steelers at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive. First down. They run here with Dowdle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they will get him down behind the line, but a penalty flag comes in late. And I think they got him down by the face mask. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4.
Freiermuth.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Dowdle. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rico Dowdle. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The kick is good.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
So here come the Browns now for their first drive. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, it's Shedeur Sanders.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, Judkins. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On play action, here's Shedeur. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Sanders going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Boswell on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Sanders. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
For a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A give up the middle. Judkins. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The slot man in motion right. Play action. It's Sanders. That is caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A first catch for Judy, good for a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Sanders. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Patrick Queen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Sanders. Open man, that's Tillman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers offense and running back Rico Dowdle headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Rodgers. They're going right back to Pittman. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Roman Wilson. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf.
Rodgers pass.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That's to the second-year tight end, Harold Fannin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
An inside run with Judkins. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So defensively, just got the hand up too high, and that adds even more yardage to what was already an impressive run.
And as a defender, you're doing what you normally do on any play, just grabbing at anything, trying to get him down. But when you're downfield, you're a little more exposed. They'll get you every time when they see it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
To throw is Sanders. This pass taken in by Fannin. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll get this complete to Tillman. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This now a 3rd and 4. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That's Jalen Warren getting his first carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. To throw is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Rodgers now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A handoff for Warren. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. This 2nd and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. Boswell's kick is good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Sanders. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And the Browns have been seeking a receiver to make plays downfield and create excitement among the ranks, and they found him in Casey Concepcion. A great separator and terrific after the catch.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Okay, ready?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Sanders. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steelers' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Rodgers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now a run with Warren. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Steeler 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Pittsburgh, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.
Oftentimes, we see teams move on from their starting running back after one contract, but not here. One team has agreed to a new deal to keep one of the best backs in the game right where he is.
Now, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's one. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
In punt formation for the Steelers.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
What a terrific story last season. Daniel Jones began with the Giants, spent a little time with Minnesota, and landed with the Colts. And before he got hurt with a torn Achilles, had the Colts as the #1 seed in the AFC. Was given a 2-year extension in the offseason. They expect him back in form and quickly.
Second down.
Motion man right, that's Pierce. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones connecting over the middle with Downs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Rodgers going to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
6 terrific years with the Colts, and he also had 2 seasons over 1,000 yards. Michael Pittman adds another weapon for a Steelers offense that struggled to score in their bigger games last season.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Now 3rd down and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing, Jones. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Steelers' 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. In motion, Hill. That is caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Throwing now is Rodgers. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up. In motion, Hill. Jones operating from the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nifty move. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Rodgers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
It's a 10-yard loss.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
At the 41-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before break. Rodgers. He'll get this one to Pittman. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in London, the Eagles and the Jaguars from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And this is Devontae Smith. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Eagles move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's Kayshon Boutte. He's going to run the deep route here and pull it in. 42 yards for the touchdown. The Pats trying to get to 4-1, a good start, and they have the lead at the half. Lastly, our editors have made the call. Who's our impact player from Week 5? Well, it's this man. And
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Colts offense headed out, and that's their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter, wearing the headset. His guys are out in front, and they'll try to work on trying to find some ways to extend this lead. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A first carry for Najee Harris. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
To number 84.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Good job of just taking what's there. He found his man over the middle for the first down. Everyone always wants to see the big highlight plays, but those smart decisions that keep the chains moving are just as important.
Downs going in motion right.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That's to Warren, his tight end.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones.
This pass left side to Downs.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A 9-yard gain on
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. In motion, the tight end.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Colts.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And quickly, they get to the line.
19 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Right back to him on first down.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
A running play. It's Dowdle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Rodgers now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They run here with Dowdle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Pittsburgh, It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Warren.
Stiff-armed him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Rodgers now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field.
Looking to put a drive together.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Jones, off the play fake.
Into space at the 45. He may go.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Rodgers now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
And he'll get it right back to Washington.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Taking it right down Broadway. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0.
Steelers nothing.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Second down, another run with Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort?